My friend, if you can't do push-ups, just like with everything else in the world, you can build up. Let me help. There's no reason to be ashamed if you can't do a push-up. Fitness is a journey and we all start somewhere. Plus, there are many kinds of push-ups. So we find one we can do, and we work it until we're strong enough to move on. We can start with some wall push-ups. Aim for 3 sets of 50. The reason you're doing so many is so you can practice your pushing motion. Next, we can do incline push-ups on a railing, table, or any stable surface. The lower the object, the harder. I recommend starting with something at least higher than your hips. Work these until you can do 3 sets of 40. Next, we finally go back to the ground, and we can do kneeling push-ups. And no, I never call these girl push-ups. This is a great therapy exercise that we don't need to shame, and I've never met a girl that likes them being called that. Anyway, work these until you can do 2 sets of 25. And then you should be strong enough to do a regular full push-up. Congratulations! If you start getting joint pain, you may have progressed too quickly. Go back to some of the easier variations. Sometimes our muscles are strong enough to move on, but our joints are not. Hello, my friend. Here's how you can build up to an exercise called the elbow lever. It's not as hard as it might look, and it's a great core workout. You do have an advantage if you get good at push-ups and pull-ups first. But as usual, you can start with the basics and work your way up. Work on holding a plank for at least 30 seconds. Then try it with your feet elevated. Then experiment with one-leg planks. Both sides, of course. Then work on one-arm planks. This is very functional if you suddenly have to scratch an itch. Next, hold a plank with your feet pressed against the wall. To make it harder, you can do it one-legged or just alternate. Then jam your elbows into your abs. Then you can hold an elbow lever against the wall. Now it gets more interesting. Spend some time playing with your dog. Ask her not to pee on the floor. Find a safe area and just work on getting the hold. This is probably not the safest area, do it on your bed instead. From there, learn to stick out a leg. Then try it with bent knees. Then with your legs split, put them together and there you go. Congratulations on being a ninja. Don't be frustrated if you don't get it right away because you are developing strength and balance. Here's a spicy question. Is it okay to be fat? Body positivity is currently trending, so I thought I'd give my opinion on this. The simple answer, and the one everyone wants to hear, is yes. Being fat doesn't mean you're less of a person or even less happy. I know plenty of chubby people who enjoy their lives a lot more than some fit people. In addition, not everyone needs to look like an athlete because not everyone wants to be an athlete. They say never to trust a skinny baker. By the way, your BMI doesn't mean much. My BMI was overweight in this photo. The flip side of things, and what makes some people angry to hear, is that after you reach a certain weight or body fat percentage, it's highly unlikely that you're as healthy as you could be. Now, whether or not you decide to change that is entirely up to you. But if you choose to do that, you shouldn't feel like you're turning your back on your identity. If your friends shame you or laugh at you or call you vain for wanting to get to a healthy weight, they're not really your friends. Make new ones. I'll be your friend. Because being fit isn't part of your identity, but neither is being overweight. Because you can improve yourself and love yourself at the same time. And that is my opinion. Have a beautiful